Welcome everyone to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Teitzei, which has a unique distinction of being one of the largest, if not the largest, Sedra in terms of the numbers of mitzvahs in the Sedra. According to the Sefer HaChinuch, there are a total of 74 of the 613 mitzvahs in Parshas Teitzei. One of those mitzvahs is a mitzvah having to do with someone who works in another person's field. And he's harvesting the produce of the field. And the pasuk says, Ki savo bekerem re'acha, when you come into the vineyard of your friend, and as Rashi explains, bepoel akosav medaber, the pasuk is talking about a worker in his friend's field, ve'achalta anovim kinaf shechosavecha, you can eat all the grapes that your soul needs to satiate itself. However, the el kelyecha lo sitain, you can't take the grapes, put it in your kli, and take of the grapes home. So in other words, if a person is working in the field and he's harvesting the grapes and he's hungry to eat some of them, as long as he's harvesting the grapes and he's working for the balabayas, he's allowed to eat them. However, he cannot take from the grapes, put it into a sack, and take them home. It's interesting to note that the Gemara in Bava Metzia makes that statement, B'shah sha'ata nosein lekelev shel balabayas, as long as you take and put some into the kalim that belong to the balabayas, ata ochel, you can eat whatever you'd like to eat. Aval b'shah she'enata nosein lekelev shel balabayas, if you're not putting something into the vessels of the owner of the field, the din is I ata ochel, you are not allowed to eat. We live in a world where there's a balabayas, and the balabayas, the master of the house, put us in the orchard. He put us in the pardes. He put us in the field, and he told us that we can eat whatever we like from the field. That's permissible to us, according to the laws of the Torah. Hashem planted a beautiful vineyard, and he told us to eat the grapes thereof. And we're allowed to eat all those grapes. But the Torah does say in the Gemara that even though we're allowed to eat all the grapes, and in fact, we should eat all the grapes, because if someone holds back from enjoying this world, and grapes specifically, as we're learning in Masechta Nazir, he's considered a sinner. Someone who takes on a vow not to eat grapes has to bring a karban chatas, shetzir atzum min al yayin, because he held himself back from drinking wine. And according to the Gemara in Tainis, it's not only about wine, but anyone who's yoshev beta'anis, anyone who doesn't eat the bounty of this world, is considered someone who's a chotei. Consequently, Hashem wants us to take from the vineyard, and he wants us to eat as much as kinafshecha savecha, as much as your soul needs to satisfy itself. However, the el kelyecha lo sitain, you can't put into the bag to take home. There's no home to take it to. Only when you're in the field. Now, there are many symbolic representations here. Let's go through some of them. First, we're allowed to eat whatever it is Hashem has given us. But we have to be working for the balabayas when we're eating. So as long as we're eating and we're enjoying Hashem's food, but we're working for the melech, we're working for the king, we're saying a bracha, we're thanking him for the goodness, we can take as much as our soul desires. That's the second step. We don't take as much as our body desires. We take as much as our soul desires. What a powerful idea. The Torah itself is telling us we can't store it away. They say the famous statement, shrouds have no pockets. We can't put it into the vessel to take along, but we can enjoy as much of the bounty while we're here on earth. And as long as we're working for the Baal Habayis, as long as we're working for the owner of the house, as long as we're working for Hashem, we're saying a bracha, we're enjoying the food, we can take as much as our souls desire. And we're enjoined to participate in every good thing that this world has. They tell a famous story about Reb Shamshon Raphael Hirsch, that towards the end of his life, he decided to go to see the Swiss Alps. So they said to him, Rabbi Ner, you have such a desire to see the Alps? It's going to be such a tough journey for you at your age. And he said, listen, I don't want to take leave of this world and come before the Holy One, blessed be He, and He's going to say to me, Shamshin, did you see my Alps? We have to see, to taste. Ta'amu uda'u ki tov Hashem. Taste and see that Hashem is good. But as long as we're in the field and we're working for the Balabas. What a beautiful idea in Parshas Ki Teitzei of the 74 mitzvahs, that He's given us all this bounty. We have so much to be thankful for. All we have to do is recognize that we're working in the field of the owner. And that owner, of course, is Hashem Yisbarach. And at the end of the year, how important it is for us to, so to speak, drink in, imbibe this beautiful thought, and thank Him for all the goodness of the past year, and pray for forgiveness in the hope that the next year will be just even more bountiful than this year. Have a wonderful Shabbos.